Hello friends, we have already covered multi-stage amplifier. Now we will be talking about the next chapter of analog electronics, that is compound circuits. As such, you don't find this classification of the chapter in many books, but compound circuits means that is basically the combination of different circuits of BJT and MOSFETs. And these circuits have very important and typical type of applications. First, I will be talking about, in this chapter I will be covering these 6 topics in total. First, we will be discussing cascade connection, Darlington pair, cascode connection, current mirror, then Wilder current source, and then current repeater. You will find a lot of questions based on these topics in GATE, in engineering services prelims, engineering services mains, and civil services mains. So you have questions from this topic in all the exams that covers the electrical engineering, those covers the electronics engineering and instrumentation engineering. So these topics are very important for all electrical, electronics and instrumentation engineers and for all the exams. So you should take this topic seriously, and of course remember one thing, in case of analog electronics it is procedure which is more important. You should not try to mug up the formulas, especially in case of amplifiers. You should try to understand the concept and procedure, that is more important rather than mugging up the formula. You cannot mug up thousands of formulas or hundreds of formulas, so it is better you understand the approach and procedure. Fine. So here I will be taking cascade connection first, then we will be switching over to the other topics one by one. So I will be starting with cascade connection. Cascade connection is basically the sort of multi-stage amplifier where we have the similar or dissimilar stages. For example, I may be having common base configuration at the input followed by common emitter and so on. But normally we discuss similar type of the stages in cascade connection. So first I will be taking two common emitter configuration amplifiers where output of first stage is connected to the input of the second stage, and we will be taking biasing arrangement with potential divider like this. This is the first stage input stage amplifier which is having potential divider type of biasing arrangement like this, right? This will be the input stage of the cascade connection where we have the input voltage, say V in, this is coupling capacitor. Then we have next stage again which is coupled with, I will be taking RC coupling, right? If you remember multi-stage amplifiers, we have different coupling, so I will be taking RC coupling here. The output of the first stage is again fed to the next stage amplifier which is again common emitter configuration like this, and both are having biasing source of VCC, that is same biasing source you can say. This is emitter bypass capacitor, emitter bypass capacitor here. Then output of the cascade connection is taken from collector of the second stage. So this is Q2, this is Q1, this is output of the amplifier. This is the cascade connection where output of the first stage is fed to the input of the next stage. So R1, R2, this is RC1 you can say, RE1, then R3 you can take it R4, it is your choice. Then RC2, this is RE2, and this is your circuit, or you can show the single ground, that's your choice. Normally we take single ground and single supply. It is your choice whether you want to show single ground or you can take separate grounds, fine. But it is a fact this is the same ground. So here What is the analysis? In case of multi-stage amplifier, we simply talked about the different type of multi-stage amplifiers, their frequency response, then their advantages, disadvantages. We did not go for mathematical analysis in case of multi-stage amplifiers. We simply talked most of the times theoretical part, or basically the stress was more on the frequency response on multi-stage amplifiers. Here it is basically the mathematical analysis we will be talking about. Fine. So for mathematical analysis, what do you mean by mathematical analysis? That is small signal analysis. Fine. In case of any amplifier, we talk about input impedance, we talk about output impedance, we talk about voltage gain, we talk about current gain. Fine. Why do we use cascade connection? Reason is because in single stage we may not be having sufficient gain. So to increase the gain of the amplifier, we go for cascade connection. So in case of cascade connection, we have seen in case of non-interactive stages, we have simple product of the voltage gain of the different stages. And in case of interactive stages, non-interactive stages, it is simple multiplication. In case of interactive stages, we need to go for mathematical analysis. We need to go for small signal analysis of the amplifier. So here input impedance of this second stage will definitely affect the output at this stage. So this is interactive type of coupling, you can say, or interactive type of connection, where I cannot simply multiply the voltage gain of the first stage with the voltage gain of second stage to get overall voltage gain. We will be going for the complete mathematical analysis. So for small signal analysis, what do? We replace coupling capacitors by short circuit. So this is intermediate stage, this is output stage. Fine, coupling, I'm talking about coupling. So replace coupling capacitors by what? Short circuit. So we will replace the coupling capacitors by short circuit at all the stages. Then replace ammeter bypass capacitor by short circuit. For small signal analysis I am talking about. So replace ammeter bypass by short circuit. When you replace ammeter resistances by or ammeter bypass capacitors by short circuit, so ammeter resistances are bypassed. So that means this is nothing but simple short circuit like this. This is nothing but simple short circuit like this. That's it. Because the ammeter bypass capacitors are replaced by short circuit, and this source biasing DC source is replaced by the ground. That's it. What else? We need to replace the transistor Q1 and Q2 by their small signal model. So here we can go for two approaches. We can use either approximate H parameter model, we can use RE model, we can use RPi model. So it is your choice, or it depends on the type of question given to you in the exam. Here for simplification, I will be going for RPi model. That is RPi model of BJT. So both BJTs of input and output stages are replaced by their RPi model. So here when you replace it by RPi or pi model, so what do we have? I will replace this, I have a resistance here, that is RPi, voltage across this resistance. You can see from here to here, what is this voltage? That is input voltage itself. Please see it carefully. This is what, when you have a voltage at node, this is nothing but a voltage with respect to ground. Fine. So voltage with respect to ground. So voltage at this node is V in, with respect to ground. This resistance goes to the ground. So voltage across this resistance is nothing but that same voltage, or you can say this is this voltage. So that voltage appears across R2 as well as across RPi. Now this current source, please remember, this is collector current of the first stage, and collector current of the first stage can be replaced by, you can replace it by beta into IB1. If you are given beta in the question, you suppose you have numerical, if you are given beta, replace it by in terms of current gain beta, or you can replace it by transconductance, where this is Gm multiplied by voltage across this R pi, that is V in this case. Fine. So choice is yours. So I am replacing it by V in. Fine. I repeat, you can take this current source in terms of beta into IB or Gm into V in, that is same. Fine. It depends on the type of parameters given to you in the numerical. I am doing it purely from numerical point of view or from analysis point of view. So choice will be dependent upon the parameters given to you, right? So here I am taking this current source in terms of transconductance, right? Now similar model has to be replaced, has to be taken at this stage. So that is again I will be taking in terms of transconductance. So that is Gm2 into V. Now what is this voltage? Please see it carefully. Voltage at this node is what? V01, output of the first stage. Output of the first stage is what? Output of a node. Remember, voltage at a node is always with respect to ground. So this V0 is nothing but voltage with respect to ground, and this resistance is connected to the ground. So that voltage here across this resistance, that is R pi, is nothing but V01, not V in, V01. So input to the next stage is V01. That is voltage across R pi, because this is connected to the ground, because resistance RE2, that is ammeter resistance, has been short circuited. So that voltage at this node or voltage across this resistance is same as V01. So that voltage here has to be V01. Fine. So this is your small signal equivalent circuit. You are taking this voltage node, this is C2 terminal, or that is collector of the second stage. This is B2, base of the second stage. This is ammeter of the second stage. This is ammeter of the first stage, collector of the first stage, base of the first stage. Now in most of the cases, what do? We don't take multiple grounds. We will be taking one single ground. So to remove ground from this point, I will be taking single ground here. So rather than showing multiple grounds, right? So I will be taking ground terminal like this. So I am taking ground. This is datum node or ground. So instead of taking this resistance is going to ground, so instead of taking that resistance that way, I can connect this resistance here, right? So that is R1, and I will remove, because from here it is going to ground, so I will remove it from here. That's it. Clear? Fine. This is also going to ground, because this was at ground. So instead of taking it to that side, I can connect this resistance here, that is RC1. So I will remove it from here, because I am taking one ground here, right? That terminal will remain C1, of course, right? Similarly, you can please see it carefully. This R3 is going to ground, so R3 can be taken here. So I will take this resistance here, R3. Fine. This is what? R4. This is RC1. Fine. I hope it's clear. So that R3 is also removed. Now you can see R2 is going to the ground, so that RC can be taken to the ground here, RC2, and that voltage of course is V0. So what I have done, I have connected all resistances to the ground, one single ground. Fine. Now see it carefully from here. This resistance, and this resistance, all three resistances are in parallel. So I will say, I repeat, please see it carefully. This resistance is parallel combination of R1, R2 and R pi, right? And resistance seen by input source is what? That is input resistance. Resistance seen from output side is what? Output resistance, right? I hope it's clear. Output seen from the output side is output resistance. So now this is the resistance seen from this side. Now see it carefully. This resistance, this resistance, this resistance, and these four resistances are what? Parallel combination of RC1, parallel combination of R3. So parallel combination of RC1 with RC3. I'll rewrite it again. C1, RC3, R3 in parallel to what? R4 in parallel to what? R pi. Or you can take, this is R pi of first stage, this is our GM1 of first stage, GM2 of first second stage, this is R pi 2, so R pi 2, this is R pi 1, right? BJT for BJT1 I am taking R pi 1, for BJT2 I am taking R pi 2, right? So here, what is input resistance of this cascade connection? Input resistance. Please remember one more thing. I have been using terms input impedance, input resistance interchangeably, because in some textbooks they call it input impedance, in some textbooks they call it resistance. When there is no capacitive element in the circuit, there is no capacitor. When there is no capacitive element in the circuit, input impedance and input resistance is same. There is no change, no difference. So in some textbooks they may be calling it input impedance for the same circuit. In some textbooks they may be calling it input resistance. Similarly, from output side, in some textbooks they may be calling it output resistance, and in another book they may be calling it output impedance. For resistive type of network, input impedance is same as input resistance. But if there is capacitive element, then input resistance and input impedance will be different, right? But as far as this case is concerned, when it is purely resistive network, so whether I call it input impedance or I call it input resistance, so that is same thing. This is to clarify your doubt, right? So input resistance Ri seen from this side is what, or R in you can say, that is what, this point is grounded. So when you see resistance from here, so this is nothing but you can take it like this, sorry, you can take it like this because that is grounded. So whether you take it from here or you take it from here, so it is parallel combination of 3. So input resistance of this circuit is R1 in parallel to R2 in parallel to R pi 1, that is input resistance of BJT 1, R pi 1, right? So this is input resistance of this circuit, right? Now see it carefully. If you see, what is the voltage at this node? Voltage at this node is V01, and that is definitely this current comes here and it goes through this parallel combination and comes back. So what is voltage? Output voltage of first stage. You can see that V01, output voltage of first stage is what? Voltage across this parallel combination is V01, and current through this combination is this. So this current will be going up through this and this through parallel combination of these 4 resistances. So output voltage of stage 1 will be R3 in parallel with R4 in parallel with RC1 in parallel with R pi 2 multiplied by this current going up. When current goes from down to up like this, so this end will be plus, this end will be minus. Why? Because the point where current enters into a resistance, it will be entering here, so that is positive, and the point where current leaves a resistance is negative, right? So this is minus multiplied by GM into V in. Now see carefully, the output of this first stage is dependent upon input of second stage. That means input resistance of the second stage, BJT of the second stage. So that means output of the first stage is affected by the input impedance of the second stage. If you see what is input impedance of this stage, and that is seen from the output terminal, you can see from here. So the input impedance of the second stage will be this resistance in parallel with this and this. Fine. So here output is this. So voltage gain of the first stage AV1 is equal to what? V01 upon Vin, and that is parallel combination of R3, R4, RC1, R pi 2. This is your voltage gain of the first stage, which is being affected by the input resistance of the second stage. So that means that cascade connection is interactive type of multi-stage amplifier. Fine. Now let us talk about the output of the second stage, because we need to find overall voltage gain. I'll be talking about voltage gain here. So to find overall voltage gain, I need to find this output voltage. So what is output voltage? This current will be going through this and going upwards. So output voltage of the second stage, or you can say overall output voltage of this circuit, will be what? That is V naught will be equal to, please see it carefully, this current source will be coming like this and it will go and come back to this point. So the point where current enters into the resistance is plus, and the point where current leaves the resistance is minus. So output voltage will be minus GM2 V01 multiplied by RC2. And you know what is V01? So now this will give, so what is the output voltage gain of the second stage AV2? V0 upon V01. Why? Because input to the second stage is V01, output of the second stage is V0. So voltage gain of the second stage is minus GM2 multiplied by RC2 into, sorry, that is your voltage gain of the second stage. Now this is suppose equation 1, this is second equation 2. So to find overall voltage gain, what do we have? From first and second, the output voltage of the circuit V0 will be equal to minus GM2. This is GM2, RC2 multiplied by this. Why? Because I have to replace V01 by this. So that is minus R3 in parallel with R4 in parallel with RC1 in parallel with R pi 2 multiplied by V input. I have into GM, this is GM1 into V input. So this is GM1, transconductance of the input stage BJT, right? So this gives overall voltage gain of the amplifier AV equal to, now please see it carefully, that is GM2 RC2 multiplied by GM1, here I can take this side, into RC1 in parallel with RC3 in parallel with RC4 in parallel with R pi 2 divide, that is plus sign. So that is overall voltage gain V0 upon V input, and that is of course positive. So this is overall voltage gain of the amplifier. Although you can see it carefully, this is nothing but product of first stage and second stage, but see it carefully, this is not the open circuited gain. I talked about the open circuited gain in multi-stage amplifier. When it is open circuited, then this is not equal to AV01 and AV02. If you see a multi-stage amplifier, there I have talked about open circuited voltage gain. This is overall voltage gain of interactive stages. Fine. So overall voltage gain is product of the first stage and second stage, but these are interactive stages. Fine. So this is the expression of voltage gain, overall voltage gain of the cascade connection this cascade connection. You don't have many questions on cascade connection, but that procedure is important. That mathematical analysis is important from understanding point of view. Fine. So now let us take output impedance. We need to find the output impedance of this circuit. How do we do? For finding the output impedance of the circuit, we replace the input source. We replace the input source by short circuit. So input source is replaced by the short circuit. That is the procedure. And find the resistance seen from the output side. If this is shorted, this is definite. The voltage across this resistance will be 0 because input is 0. When this is 0, when this voltage is 0, so that current becomes 0. And when that current is 0, that means this is open circuited. When this is 0, this is 0. This is a current source, so that is 0 means open circuit. If this is 0, so it is not connected, this is grounded, so it is not connected to any source. So definitely V01 will be 0. And when V01 is 0, this will become 0. And when this is 0, so this current source will behave like open circuit. I repeat, when this is 0, this dependent source becomes 0. This becomes open circuit. So there is no current source in this part. So voltage drop across this will be 0. So that means V01 output of the first stage will be 0. When output of the first stage is 0, so this is again voltage dependent current source. So this becomes 0 because it is dependent upon V01. If it is 0, so that behaves like an open circuit. So resistance of seen from this side will be what? Simply RC2. So output resistance of this circuit will be RC2. So this is what we have talked about. We have talked about voltage gain. We have talked about the current gain. We have talked about the not current gain, rather input impedance, and of course the output impedance. So this is the complete mathematical procedure to find the voltage gain and input impedance and output impedance of the circuit. But here what I have done, I have replaced BJT by its, you please see, this is BJT. I have replaced BJT by its pi model, but in some cases you can have a resistance connected, that is output resistance of BJT connected across the source like this. If it is there, so this combination will become R0 in parallel with RC1. That's it. Wherever you had this, so that has to be replaced by parallel combination of R0. Why? Because this is grounded. So this is parallel combination of this. So this becomes this resistance. Similarly, you may be having resistance here, that is R0. When you have R0 here, so what will be over, when this is open circuited, what will be resistance seen? This resistance and this resistance. So that becomes parallel combination. So that is R0 in parallel with RC2. So wherever you have RC2 in overall voltage gain also, you have to replace that by parallel combination of R0 and RC2. You can try it yourself, try to find that voltage gain. Although I have given this R0, I have included R0 in my text which is there on digicademy.com, but try to do it yourself and match with the text given to you in my notes. Fine. So this is how you can go for mathematical analysis, although you can find current gain also, but most of the times we talk about voltage gain in case of cascade connection. There is another circuit where we talk about current gain, not the voltage gain. That is Darlington pair. That is the next circuit. But here in most of the cases we talk about voltage gain in cascade connection. So we will not be talking about current gain, and that will become again mathematically that will become complex because it will be lengthy, right? So we'll be talking about voltage gain only. As far as the exam is concerned, you have very few questions on cascade connection directly, right? So let us take the next circuit, that is Darlington pair. But but it will become long video, so it is better I'll be taking that circuit separately in my next video. That is what? Darlington pair. Remember, cascade connection is an important connection which gives you the high voltage gain. It is most of the times used to provide high voltage gain. Fine. And of course, we have seen the input resistance, the gain is affected by the gain of first stage is affected by the input impedance of the next stage, right? So this is all about cascade connection, right? So wait for my next video where I will be talking about Darlington pair. Darlington pair is also an example of cascade connection. Thank you very much for watching the video.